Way big.
So the luncheon this year is a little, different. They actually have real salad. I mean, they have, all the other salads, but they don't actually, they've never actually had just standard lettuce, croutons salad. They also have raviolis, chicken.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just received
not a hot
a telephone
dog,
call from Fernando Di Carvalho. He just delivered a piece of news that I thought I would deliver to you guys first before anybody else. Everybody's normally in the back going, what? People rarely say, I can't hear you, Kage. That was Fernando on the phone just now. The building in which his restaurant is located is indeed being sold to a new owner. There is going to be a different restaurant in there run by different management. However, the owner of the new building apparently has heard our story. For Anthrocon weekend next year, and just for that weekend, the owner of the new building is going to hire Fernando to run the restaurant for Anthrocon. So just for our weekend, there will be Fernando's up the road.
Yay. Woo! I didn't bring my tripod.
You know that his wife is not here. She's hostage upstairs. So, Deb, say very nice things about us like I told you to.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. It's just been a really great show. I've had a wonderful time with some really great people. And I was just saying, possibly every convention I'll ever do after this is going to be ruined by this experience here. It's just been a wonderful show. And again, it's just been really, really great people that I'm able to meet. So thank you very much.
He's Japanese. He knows how electronics work. Volume must be... that's it. Yes. That better? Thanks. Oh, well. Mike, you're going to have to speak up. Mr. Mike Kazala, legend in his own time, sitting next to us here. Say wonderful things.
I wish I'd brought my tripod.
Oh,
My arm is tired.
I'm just like, I'm making time to eat and watch.
No, I am having a wonderful time at this wonderful con, for real. And like Deb said, this is what makes every con that I've been to pale by comparison. So, everybody, fantastic job. Thank you so much.
And sitting to Mike's left, we were hoping to have Sergeant, that amazing fursuit performer, join us, but he's getting ready for the fursuit parade. But his business manager, Mr. Shiki, has joined us here. So, Shiki-san, we are very pleased to have you. We have Mr. Imohata sitting to his left. Mr. Shiki has been extremely patient with me for my very, very poor Japanese, and I'm very grateful to him for that. Do you care to say a word or two to people?
Okay, I received a message from Sardion-san, and according to him, participating in Anthrocon is his actually dream of his life, and yes, as this guest of honor. So he's very excited. Unfortunately, he couldn't participate at this lunch meeting, but he wanted to say thank you to Uncle Kage and all the participants in Anthrocon. And thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
I think it's about 30 years of it.
And since we've got thank yous going around, I seem to say the same face noises every single year, but they still are heartfelt. I cannot thank the people in this room enough. The Anthrocon super sponsors really are what make Anthrocon go. It's how we can afford to have such wonderful guests up here. It's how we can afford to have such a nice building. So please give yourselves a hand. Thank you so much for your generosity. And for those of you who have not yet stopped down at the con store, please do be reminded that not only do you get a t-shirt with the fantastic artwork of Mr. Dev Madan on it here, but we got a little something extra special for the super sponsors this year. We sat around and we tried to think, we want to get something for the super sponsors that will be memorable, that will be something they will cherish, something that they will take to heart and keep forever. And we couldn't really think of exactly what it should be, so we said, let's get him something blinky. And not only is it blinky, but it projects a little paw print when you pick it up there. So it's like, you know, it's the Anthrocon signal. I'll bet, during my story, I'm going to be lit up by these, I'm sure. But it's just, wow. This is even better when you've gone through a lot of alcohol. But, as a chemist, by the way, I don't recommend alcoholic beverages in this, trust me. Just you put the lemonade in this. No alcohol, and for God's sake, none of that iced tea. Not in here. No, yeah, don't put it in the dishwasher either. You'll short it out and there'll be a fire and everyone will laugh at you. There's a couple things that I wanted to make note of here. A few things that I'm considering for next year. I haven't even actually run them past KP. If he'd been here on time, maybe I would have told him. So it'll be
I'm on time.
Yeah, your time.
No. I have to be in the dealer's room,
Yeah.
the photo op,
Yeah.
parade, and here simultaneously, and I am.
Oh, good on you. Again, I do know that we do have fursuiters out there. You still have 2 hours to go, so there's still some time. You can probably get up and down the elevators in the Westin in that time. However, if you do feel you do need to duck out, please don't stand on ceremony. If you need to jump out, go ahead. But then you might miss some of the interesting things I'm going to mention. For example, again, can I see a show of hands, those of you who are fursuiters? Damn. Okay, super sponsors can afford fursuits, right? What if? This is a what if, for next year. Would it be easier for you if we had a room about this size for the luncheon, but then had a room next door that was secure where we could store fursuits and things like that and have like a little mini headless area over there?
Yeah.
Well, since you guys are super sponsors, give me lots of money, I might be able to afford that next year. It's something we're working on, yes? What? Well, that's the idea. We're furries. Okay. For the prissy person over there who... We will work on that. We'll have okay, as you want, we'll have a canine's room and a vulpine's room and an avian's room, okay. The reason this is possible is for two things. The first is, again, you might notice we kind of raised the prices a little bit this year. We needed to do that to build up a little stock and store so we could do nicer things for you next year. The second thing was that somebody reminded me that this convention center has a 4th floor.
And ballroom's down below.
Yeah, there's much more space that we have available. That space costs money. That's where you guys come in. Something to... What's that? No, KP, why don't you take the microphone and say something?
Well, I wanted to say something. Everybody knows that Kage gets scared very easily, right? Hey, Kage, I need you to put the glass down. I need you to make sure you're sitting back just a little bit. We're going to give you some information that no one else in the convention has because you paid a lot of money to be here. Right now, there are 227 registered super sponsors and 4,945 attendees.
Let's go out and roll some bums and bring them in here and give them badges.
There are still people in the line. So I think